In honor of Masters of the Universe Day, Baby Skeletor has asked me to create a special episode of Action Figure Adventures that shows off my collection. And we might as well start off with Baby Skeletor's throne. Baby Skeletor sits atop the central tower of the Eternia playset during my video reviews. Good friends of mine, Rose and Tony, sold me their Eternia playset. The Eternia playset is very difficult to find complete. I haven't set it up completely yet because I need a bigger area for it. Here are the other two towers to Eternia. Here's a quick shot of the opposing wall that shows off some more of the Masters collection. Here's the new giant Masters of the Universe figures from Mattel, He-Man, and Skeletor. I haven't opened Skeletor yet. Here's Moss Man, pretending he's Oscar the Grouch living in a trash can. Zodak watches over Castle Grayskull while Battle Armor Skeletor stands atop Snake Mountain. This shelf contains my heroic Masters of the Universe. As a kid, I was so happy when they released a Prince Adam figure. I always liked Superman as Clark Kent and Batman as Bruce Wayne, but we so rarely got those figures, so it was so great to be able to transform him back and forth. Along with Moss Man, Buzz-Off and Fisto were a few of my favorite supporting characters from Masters of the Universe as a kid. I think Orko was one of the figures I wanted the most as a kid that I never had. Here are my evil warriors. Triclops and Trapjaw were always two of my favorite villain figures. The Evil Horde and Snake Men. I really enjoyed the Horde characters. I watched the She-Ra show daily after He-Man went off the air, and I wish they would have made Shadow Weaver. I also always kind of wished that Hordak looked a little bit more like he did in the cartoon. New Adventures of He-Man and She-Ra figures. There's a 2-pack of the New Adventures He-Man and Flog still on card. This New Adventures Shuttle Pod is new in the box, but the box is not sealed. There's a box New Adventures Sagittar and the Dragon Walker from 2000X. 2000X Heroes and Villains. The 2000X cartoon show and toy line came out while I was in college, so I wasn't buying any of those figures at the time. I did watch the show from time to time and really enjoyed it. At one point I found some 2000X figures at a yard sale and picked them all up. At that yard sale I bought a Disco Skeletor, not knowing anything about it because I wasn't keeping up with the collecting world, and I actually used part of that Skeletor to make a custom figure. And so now I have the accessories from him in my collection, but no Disco Skeletor. I need to fix that. I have a few recent acquisitions that haven't made it on the shelf yet. I bought a vintage set of Masters of the Universe Shrinky Dinks a few years back and opened it up and did a little shrinking of Dinks. I used some of the scrap material from that Shrinky Dink set to make a little Power Sword and Orko figure. Well, this is my collection of Filmation Cells. These are all actual production cells used in the He-Man and She-Ra TV show. And it's really hard to photograph because you get a glare off of the UV-resistant plexiglass that they're all framed in. But I'll try and get a couple shots so you can take a good look at them. Prince Adam and Lord Mask. A couple different cells with He-Man and Merman and Trapjaw. This cell of She-Ra turning her sword into a lasso is the closest thing I can find to a picture of He-Ra or She-Man with their sword above their head. This is some early pre-production art from the She-Ra series. If you look at it closely, you'll see it just says Princess Series. They hadn't even named the show yet. My Masters of the Universe Classics collection has outgrown its display case, so many of the new adventures, as well as other newer figures, are over here. My Masters of the Universe collection doesn't fit all in one room, so I've got the rest of my classic stuff over here, actually the majority of it. And here's Castle Grayskull from that set. I campaigned really hard to help with the pre-order service for this thing. I made a video for it and everything. And it turned out so awesome. The Four Horsemen did such a great job with this. and it is enormous. It's really, really cool. These guys are the initial overflow. Here's all the heroes from Classics. There's Skeletor and the villains. Here's the Evil Horde and the Princess of Power characters. And the Snake Men and some of the 2000X characters are down here. There's Preturnia characters as well. This has been an Action Figure Adventures video, and thanks for checking out SEO Toy Review.